So I'm now at the end of the round on the fourth side, and you can see where we made that special close, we pulled the loop from front to back through that, what is here, the first stitch of the corner, just one round below. So that's how we did it. Pull that through. And now this part here looks a little bit messy, but we can still find the correct stitch. Here we have the stitch that is behind this special stitch, and you can see it by the bigger loop. I accidentally made a little bit of a bigger loop here, which can happen with the special stitches if you're not super careful. And I try to keep my tension loose because I'm working with merino wool here, and it's very springy, as you can see. So I'm trying to use a loose tension. So my last stitch on this side, I've made that half treble 0 minus 2 already, which is that special stitch we were just talking about. And now I have to work in the back loop only of the next stitch. So you can see this would be that back loop that I'm going to work into. And I just place my hook, and then I'm going to adjust the tension for the last part here. And I'm actually going to close this so that I'm not going to lose it, because this is a tricky one if you work that kind of, whoops, there you gotta do it right in front of the yarn here. So I'm working my single crochet in back loop, so I'm just going to close this so that I'm not losing my stitch marker like I did before. And then here, because everything is pulled a little bit, you see there is that chain 1, and now I want to close with a slip stitch, either the normal way or that other way, which is more invisible but more fiddly in the next round or at the end of that round, with a slip stitch. Yeah? And I'm choosing a normal slip stitch for this one, just because we have a single crochet in the back loop as the last stitch, and that will make it a little bit more difficult, and that will hide or the half treble that we work into that stitch anyway will hide any unevenness, so that your corners will look pretty uniform. So that's the reason why for this square I'm just going to use a normal slip stitch and not that special front to back almost invisible slip stitch. Okay, so that's round 7, and from here on I'm going to leave you to practice up until round 11, and I will meet you again for round 12, because everything you do is just the same in almost the same order as well. So you start with the half treble, then you can see it, and I really want you to get a good feel for the stitches that you're making and the image that you're starting to create. So you've got that free front loop, which automatically means you're going to work a half treble into that. Then you made a special stitch in the previous round, so you have to close the gap with a DCBB. Then 2 rounds below you had that half treble, so there's a special stitch, so you work around that with a front post, and then you made that front post, and it's just going to repeat and repeat and repeat. You made that front post in the previous round, so again you have to close the gap. So DCBB, front post, DCBB, and again here front post. So that's most of the time the repeat, except for the beginning and the end where you work those half trebles. And I give you a bit of time to practice, as I said, until round 11, and then in round 12 we join forces again.